mynews.studio.
Ash covered every rooftop. In the middle of the ruins, one village became a test case for survival. How do you start over when everything's gone?
It's June 12, 2025. Let's start with the basics. The Volcán de Fuego in Guatemala erupted. This wasn't just about geology. It was a disaster for the people there. The village lost almost everything, right?
Yes, the eruption destroyed homes, schools, crops. Nearly every part of daily life vanished. What's remarkable is how the community responded. Under Pastor Joss's guidance, they moved from just surviving to organizing real recovery. He didn't stop at food and shelter. He gave people a sense of purpose.
How did they get through those first days? I imagine it was chaotic, maybe even overwhelming for everyone.
That's exactly it. The start was messy, but Pastor Joss acted quickly. He organized volunteers to check on neighbors, hand out supplies, and set up temporary shelters. What stands out is they didn't focus only on physical needs. Emotional support was a priority too. Group counseling, spaces for kids to feel safe.
Wait, so they actually set up counseling right away? That's not something you hear about often in disaster zones.
They did. For children, play areas and daily storytelling became routine. This helped them work through fear and loss. Vulnerable adults, like the elderly or those grieving, were paired with buddies from the community for daily check-ins. Faith gatherings helped too. People shared stories and experiences. Do you think that sort of collective processing makes a difference?
I do. It's about regaining some control and trust in the community. But with the volcano still active, what risks are they facing now?
The risks haven't gone away. Volcán de Fuego is still among Central America's most active volcanoes. The village deals with regular ashfall, always watching for new eruptions. To handle this, they've teamed up with disaster agencies like Conred. Early warning systems, evacuation drills, stocked shelters, clear communication. Why do you think repeating these drills matters, even after the worst has passed?
Practice lowers panic. When people know the steps, they feel more in control. Are these systems actually helping people prepare?
Yes, now, residents recognize warning signals and evacuation routes. Schools teach volcanic hazards. Communication is much stronger. The shift is clear. They're not just waiting for something to happen, they're preparing. And it's not only about safety. The way they build and work has changed too.
So, infrastructure. How did it change after the eruption?
They rebuilt homes and public buildings using stronger materials to resist ash and tremors. Roads and drainage were improved for faster evacuations, less risk from floods. Economically, the village diversified. New businesses focus on disaster supplies, and some families started ecotourism, making the most of the volcanic landscape. So, recovery became adaptation.
Interesting. So the disaster actually led to new ideas. But do you think what they did could work elsewhere?
Absolutely. With climate change, disasters are hitting more often and harder. Everywhere. What this village did shows that local leadership, psychological support, and community-led rebuilding have real impact. It's more than a recovery story. It's a lesson in resilience and adaptability.
It's a reminder that behind every statistic, there are real people. Are global communities paying attention to examples like this?
Some are, but there's still a long way to go. Stories like this offer practical lessons about preparing, leading with empathy, and seeing opportunity in crisis.
For listeners in risk zones, what's your early warning system? Who's your community leader?
And how can all communities become more resilient before there's a disaster?
That's really the core question.
Thanks for joining us as we followed how a Guatemalan village moved from disaster to action and from vulnerability to strength.
Remember, resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about moving forward together.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. You can try it now for free.